Hello everyone, my name is Gary Zubinski, and this is part 7 of the Complementary Introductory Python series for the 2020 Summer Bootcamp. And today we'll be learning about loops, but specifically for loops. But before we go on, let's learn about a nice shortcut you can do to comment out code really quickly. So if you want to comment out a code chunk very quickly and to uncomment it as well, you can select all the code by highlighting it with your cursor and then press Control and then the forward slash. Or if you have a MacBook, you can type the MacBook equivalent of Control and then you could type the forward slash to comment it all out. I'll show you right now how to do that. And then what you would do is you would select all of it and press Control slash. That would comment every single one of these lines of code with a number sign in front of it instead of the 3 quotes. And if you want to uncomment it all, you could also do Control and then forward slash. Now, moving on to loops. So there are 2 types of loops, for loops and while loops. Loops essentially allow a block of code to run as many times as the loop allows it to. So if you want to run a block of code, say 10 times, or print hi 10 times, right now all you know how to do is print hi 10 times, 1 time on every single line. But you can use a loop to write all those 10 lines in only 2 lines of code. We'll show you how right now. But in this lesson, we'll only learn about for loops. Next lesson, we'll learn about while loops, which are a lot more interesting and a bit more useful than for loops. A for loop essentially runs a certain specified number of times that you allow it to. And it is in the form of for I in range, 0 or some kind of a starting number, then the ending number, and the step. The first number is what number you want to start the loop. So I will be the number between 0 and 10 here, and every time it wants to increment, it will go up by 2 instead of the default, which is 1, and if you want 1, you could only write 0 and 10. So for it to start at 0 and end at 10, not including 10. And after this, there is a colon that ends the loop statement, and the intended code that follows inside the loop is what's going to be run inside the loop. The I is the number that is incremented in the loop every time the loop runs. So you could do print I, and that would just print this number inside of here. And if you wanted to print the value of I, it would go in this specific loop, it would go 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. It would include 0, not include 10, and it would go up by 2. If you don't have this 2, once again, it would only go up by 1. And the 0 indicates the value that I starts at, 10 indicates that it can go up to 9, and I can go up to 10, not including 10, as we said before. And once again, you can call I as a variable, which is in the loop would be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, for a total of 5 loop cycles in this specific loop. And you can use for loops with 1 or 2 parameters, but for readability, we'll be using 3. For example, to use 2 parameters, you would miss out the step and it will go up by 1, as that will be a default parameter, or you could remove the 0 and just write 10, and then it will automatically loop from 0 through 9. And that's how you do a 1 parameter for loop. Now, try this. Write a for loop in the Kaggle kernel that has a starting point of 0, an ending point of 10, and a step of 1. In the loop, create a conditional while being mindful of indentation that prints number plus I if I is divisible by 3. And we could use the percent operator that returns true or false if a number divided by another number has a remainder of 0. An example could be 6 modulus 3 is equal to true. If you were to write 6 modulus 4, that will be false because 6 divided by 4 has a remainder of 2. Now, you could also experiment with different steps and elif statements if the numbers are divisible by 2 if you want, but for this assignment, we'll only be doing 3. So take a moment to pause and we will resume doing this on Kaggle. Alright, once you are done, we will now move on to Kaggle. So all the previous code we can delete, and then how we would write this is basically for I in range, and you could technically do this in 1 line of code by just writing 10 and then doing that, but in our loop we're going to write it with 3 just for readability so that you understand where it starts, ends, and the steps. So 0, 10, and we will go up by 1. So I in this loop will be all the numbers from 0 through 9. So what you want to write here is the conditional statement where if I is divisible by 3, you print out the number I. So if I modulus 3 is equal to true, my apologies, not I modulo 3 is equal to true, but if I modulo 3 is equal to 0, then you would go inside the loop and print number, and then we could use the formatting function, .format, and then I. And this is basically all you would need for it to print all the numbers that are divisible by 3. So now we will run this, and as you will see, it will run perfectly. 0, 3, 6, 9. And as you can see, 0 is included because Python considers 0 to be divisible by all numbers. Now that we have learned for loops, we will in the next lesson learn while loops, and then move on to functions and more advanced Python. And this will be it for today's lesson. Thank you very much for watching. Please visit our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or website to sign up for our 2020 summer coding camp. Use the discount code CODINGROCKS when you contact us to register for the 2020 coding camp, and refer a friend for $50. Like the video if you liked it, subs if you loved it. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I'll see you guys next time.